Good morning. We're here today on Cuckfield High Street, taking on this absolutely beautiful 3-bedroom late Victorian mid-terrace cottage, number 40 High Street. The owners have been here a few years now and have renovated the house throughout, turning it from a 2-bedroom cottage into a charming 3-bedroom home. It's in absolutely first-class order, and we're delighted to say that it has parking for 1/2 cars. That's allocated parking for the house round the back. For anyone who knows Cuckfield and the High Street in particular, you will know that that is very rare. Most properties do not have allocated parking, so to have 2 spaces is a godsend. I won't go on for too long about where we are because we're on the High Street itself. That is the roundabout there where effectively all the sort of shops, restaurants, the new chemist starts, etc. And northbound here will obviously take us up through the village itself, where you can fork right to the village of Balcombe, or left for quick access onto the 23. And just a little bit of trivia really, next to us is the Queen's Hall. The Queen's Hall is where the Cuckfield Museum is housed, and every now and again they do a wedding there as well. They've got a fabulous garden out the back. I've been to 1 or 2 weddings there myself. It's a really, really beautiful venue. But that's just a little bit about the history of the house and where we are. So come with me as I take you inside. So as we come through the front door of the house, we immediately come in to this very natty space here where the owners have put a WC. So the one thing you'll see with this property is not only is it in absolutely first class order, the owners have made use of all the space they can in this house. They've completely redone it throughout to an amazingly, thought out, well thought out and practical standard, as well as stylistically as well. But the kitchen, as you can see, is located at the front. We have space for a freestanding fridge freezer. There is a slimline dishwasher, an integrated washer dryer. Got the Neff oven, Bosch induction hob, these beautiful plantation shutters at the front. So whilst we're on the High Street itself, you've got the sealed unit double glazing here and the shutters giving you as much insulation and a sound as possible. So you have an understairs cupboard for storage here, and as we come through, we come into this marvellous sitting room, living room, dining room, the main functioning room for the property. Very nice feature fireplace. This is a 2-storey extension on this home that was done a number of years ago, not by the current owners, making the house, of course, a lot larger throughout. And off the back of the ground floor, which we'll see in more detail later, we have this conservatory here, which is a working conservatory, really. A fabulous garden room, boot room. Of course, could be done. You could make so much more of this. You could even turn it into a proper sort of working utility room. And you can just get a glimpse there of A, Mr. Kittens, and B, the back garden, which I'll show you that and the parking area more in a moment. Bring the camera slowly round to give you an idea of how this room looks from this angle. Owners here have impeccable taste. It's styled beautifully. And a real treat to take on one of these cottages on the High Street. They just never come up for sale, especially ones in this order with parking. So up the stairs we go to the first floor. As I mentioned at the start of the video, the property used to be a 2-bedroom home, and the owners have cleverly converted the space to make it a 3-bedroom home, and still a very good size 3-bed as well. So we come in here, we have bedroom 2. So this is a very good sized double bedroom, with the double bed just tucked around the corner. Beautiful high ceilings throughout the whole property. And a very nice outlook here onto Twitton House and Mabley's opposite. So this is the really pretty part of the High Street, in my humble opinion. On the left here, we have a airing cupboard stroke storage cupboard. So again, owners making use of every inch of space they can. We have a really beautiful master bedroom here, a glorious size, high ceilings. So that is your window overlooking rear garden. That beautiful 1800s little fireplace there, feature fireplace. And you've got built-in cupboards across the wall here. Back down the hallway to our right, we have a Victorian style, beautifully fitted shower room here. Look at that, fully tiled with those blue tiles here, fitted to a Victorian style. Probably one of the best bathrooms I've seen this year so far. And through here we have bedroom 3, which is a single bedroom. Obviously the owners, as you can see, use it as a study, or could easily be a nice sort of cot room, etc. That's a good overview of the property itself. Come with me as I take you through to the rear garden and show you the parking area. So as we come through the rear of the property, we come into that conservatory, which we saw a little earlier. Through a side door here. So we are west facing at the rear here. And the one lovely thing about this part of the village, once you get round the back of these old properties, they're very, very peaceful. I mean, considering where you are, you're in the, the centre of the village, which is a very busy and popular village. It's incredibly peaceful out here. So it's a very low maintenance patio garden, as you can see. We have a little working sort of brick shed here, and the owners have this brick store here, which I'll just open up and show you. So obviously full of stuff, but that's what brick stores are for, right? But you could make something really lovely of this when you could actually open it up into one thing and have almost like a real sort of gardening area or building itself. But that's a good rear elevation view. And through the back gate we come to the parking area, which the owners have a right of way to access up the side lane. So the side lane is where you have probably seen the signs for years for Helm and Hallett Builders. I'll just go out onto the lane itself to give you an idea of where we are. So that there is the high street itself. So you would access up this lane, drive up, and the owners here own this area here all the way across the fence, where they can park 2 cars here. So allocated parking for 2 cars. And again, this is the area they own where the camera is pointing now. So you would get out of the car and walk round to the rear entrance of your property here, number 40. But that is the full overview of this glorious 3-bedroom mid-terrace late 1800s home, 40 High Street, coming to the market shortly with Mansell McTaggart Cuckfield. Stunning order, great spot. What's not to like? Give us a call. Thanks a lot.